Hey everybody, welcome back to another Fashion Friday. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm enjoying the new season a lot, so I hope you guys appreciate me taking a little time to do this video. It was very hard to pull myself away from smashing those chests with that giant hammer. Really fun stuff. A lot of new weapons. Let me know if you guys have gotten any really good rolls. I've been getting a lot of different ones and been really excited with most of the rolls I've gotten. A lot of cool new perks. A lot of cool new models of weapons. Just really excited to play this season, I think. So let's start out with this set I actually made last season. I was thinking about doing a little like closing of the season 12 video. I'm just gonna do it here at the beginning of these class videos. The next 3 I'm gonna do. After this set, I'm gonna be focusing on that new base seasonal armor. And I'm hoping by the time I get through those 3 weeks, I'll be getting close to the seasonal ornaments. So yeah. Let's see how that ends up, and if not, I can figure something out to tide us over until then. So this first armor set, I was actually starting out trying to use the Skull of Hamkara exotic with the ornament, and I stumbled upon the lack of shader on this chest piece actually. The design on the back of this chest, like the robes part, just really nice. Got this beautiful green and like yellow line work on it, and this is like only on the non-shaded version. I don't think a shader does this, so you really have to do non-shader to get this pattern, and I don't think I've ever really noticed that, so I decided to play off of this. I think I went to the legs next. I was actually kind of just playing around with the shaders I had on me and stumbled upon the amethyst bloom shader, turning the pants into a nice tan, but also giving a nice pop of purple, which I thought accented that green really well. And the tan I thought went pretty well with like the copper accents of the armor metal as well. So I started working off of that, and the boots actually have this unshaderable white part in the thigh, which matches well with the glow in the lines on that chest as well. So decided to stick with this as the trousers, and quickly just decided on a arm piece to go with. You know, it's Warlock, so not too much pressure here, but I really like the Lucent Knight set arms, the Rasmussen clan shader. It has a very similar metal, I would say maybe a little more gold than the copper on the chest, but not too noticeable of a difference. And the green part actually gets those wavy lines, and I thought that kind of tied with the robe's yellow lined pattern a little bit. And then the final aspects were the helmet and the bond. So I actually found this helmet to really work well with the contours of the rest of the set. A lot of soft curves, a lot of bold metal accents, and I was looking for a shader to give me that white glow that you can see there. I wanted to match the chest piece, and it was also important to me to match the metal's color. And you know, the burnished orchid shader just did all of that, and I was really satisfied how this whole set came out. The helmet does have a unshaderable purple, so I decided to match the bond with that and went with the Deepstone Crypt bond. I think it looks really nice. Got a purple glow to match that purple face. The purples are a little different than the chest, and I guess they're a little different from each other even, but I thought the purple in general worked as a nice accent to the rest of the green and copperish armor. The next set is a set focused around the new seasonal base armor head. So this head is pretty difficult to work with, I would say. It's very unique, has a different art style or theme than like any other armor in the game. So it was a bit of a challenge, but I really like how all this base armor looks. So I really wanted to put this video together, at least with the Warlock. You know, challenge myself to make it fit in with everything else. Kind of show people that they can look really good. So of course we have the head, like I was saying. PRAEFECTUS cover. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. You can let me know if you know. I did the Rivalry Black Sand shader. It's a Guardian Games one. I think a lot of people may have missed out on. But my main thought process for the head was to get a white face covering, because the two metals here is the face cover and then the tall part. I wanted a white face covering and a really dark top section, mainly to make it look smaller than it is. If you do the reverse with the white on the tall section, it's gonna make it look extremely long, and that's just kind of like how white and black play off of each other and can make each other look big or small. So just a little tip if you are looking to make this a little more manageable in size. I was having probably the hardest part of doing a Warlock set with this head is going to be matching a chest with it. I think the base chest doesn't really work that well with it. I mean, it like matches theme wise, but I think you need more detail on the chest to really draw the eye. So I was thinking about these steeplechase ropes, and all the bones near the head give it a nice kind of an accent to that large tall head. Kind of draws the eyes away from it a little bit more, I would think. I actually settled on the Rivalry Black Sands shader on this as well. I was rocking a like orange and black shader. I can't remember exactly which one, and I did like that, but something just felt a little off, and I decided to switch it over to something a little safer here to match with that interesting like stomach pattern we've got at the base of the steeplechase chest. I went with these Season the Dawning Virtuous boots. They have that similar pattern, but like really similar pattern on the outer thigh. So I was initially trying to get a shader that kind of accented the stomach to be the same color as that outer thigh, but actually kind of like how this flows from the like front tail of the robe into the outer thigh, with these sections being white together. That wrap kind of flows out near the hip and into the thigh. Kind of matches the line work there. I thought that was really interesting. So I went with this shader, and you can see it's a kind of a dark bluish on the like shin area, and a nice little white glow, a little neutral. This is the Dawning Warmth shader, by the way. So I wanted to get an element in the set that matched that blue, and so I got these arms shadered in the Gunmetal Marigold. Gives it a nice kind of purpley blue, but I think it matches close enough for my liking. And I think it balances out that kind of random splash of color at the leg. I like to do that a lot, actually. Getting similar colors in the arms and legs gives you a nice like balance of the extremities, I guess. As you further you get away from the chest, gives you something else to look at. So last kind of loose end to tie up was the bond, and I had some white glow on the leg. So I just try to get the bond white with nothing too crazy, you know, on the actual bond part. And I think this Valkyrian bond did that job pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that set. I wish I could have gotten that orange splash to work out a little better, match that navy, but I can't put my finger on it. I think maybe the orange was clashing with the kind of pale brown of the bones, and it just didn't quite sit well with me. And you know, if it doesn't sit well, kind of my motto to change it. So next set, we're actually doing a bit of it like a street kid, like very futuristic, rich fashion person, and I kind of just love this look. I am using the new base armor gloves and boots here, and I shout out to the guy on Destiny Fashion subreddit. He showed these boots, and I'm not sure what shader, actually, I don't think he said, but made him look like these super like streetwear sneakers, and I just love that idea. So I kind of went all out in that theme with these, and you can see I went with the Lux chest. I mean, I think if you're going for a streetwear look, Lux chest is a huge must in the chest category. If you have a better idea for this specific style and theme, I'd love to hear it, but I think this is just always going to be the king. And you know, I avoid this chest a lot, probably more than I really should. It's a great chest, but I think it is a little overused. You can see I've really gone all out in the kind of grays and blacks. This chest has a you know, unshadable gold there. So I kind of just wanted that opulent gold accent to be like the main feature, and just let the rest of the shaders kind of vary in shades of gray and black, just to give that hardcore like streetwear aesthetic. And the gauntlets here, I was thinking about going a little crazier with the colors with them, but I don't know, just the mainly gray look here really made the gold pop. A little bit of a I want to say like try hard, but you know, it's fashion. I don't know how like try hard you can really be, but it's a sunsetted piece. The Scatterhorn hood looks really good in this moss bone. Actually, I don't know if that like little sliver of teal is unshaderable or what, but I thought it was kind of nice subtle feature. The moss bone gives the prongs coming out of the back of your head nice gold too to match the rest of the set. And I think this captures kind of like just a ponytailed like futuristic look, so that's why I went with it. And finally I went with the vampire set from the Halloween Bond. Actually, the first time I've used this in a set. It's a bit small and unnoticeable, but I thought it kind of worked as like a jewelry piece and kind of a cool fit into this streetwear aesthetic actually. All right, next set. This is one that kind of got the cogs rolling. This is the first set I was like thinking about at work that I wanted to make. It's kind of like in my head I was kind of attacking it from like the blacksmith or like ironworker aesthetic. The cloak here is obviously my starting point for that. I initially was thinking like a mostly black for the robes, but I really wanted to add some more color. And I mean, a lot of the shaders actually turned this all black pretty easily. The fan favorites: oiled gunmetal, amethyst veil, blah 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 blah. You know the ones if you're in this video. And so I just kept playing around, looking for one that did a more interesting look. And if you want to recreate this with all black, feel free. But I've got the gunmetal marigold shader on, giving me some nice pops of red, which in my mind it's pretty thematic of like a blacksmith. You're working with like red hot iron, stuff like that. But it also gave it some interesting accents of like this gold, like faded gold, maybe even like dirtied gold, which I thought was really cool. And finally some like dark navy accents that I just like love the combo of. I then was really focused on trying to get a good helmet to balance out this gigantic cloak. I mean, this cloak is really wide and you kind of need a bold helmet to match that. And I ended up on this old Spire of Stars helmet, Insignia Shade cover. If you didn't get this from the raid, it is sunsetted right now. It may get brought back, or this armor may get brought back, but this helmet is crazy detailed and really tall. I think it kind of pairs up well with this cloak actually. For shader, I was initially thinking of this like welder's mask look, but I couldn't really get that with this specific helmet. So then I kind of just leaned into this gray that you can see on the shoulder or the top of the arm of this cloak. And I think it turned out pretty good. I think that really plain gray helps also balance out and draw the eye up to the head away from the chest. Actually really pleased with how this shader works with this helmet and this chest piece combo. For the rest of the set, I wanted a little bit bold, help accent the chest piece a little bit more. So for the arms, I was thinking, those thick gloves that splay out further away you get away from the hands. And I liked the Deepstone Crypt gloves for this. Gives me a nice little red circle that's unshaderable near the forearm, and matches the chest obviously. And it got that aesthetic that I was really looking for, but with maybe more of a futuristic look to it. So kind of a win-win there. I went with the Cindevex Chrome shader to give it a little rust, make it look a little dirty on the hand part, because you know you're working with hot metals. It's gonna be a little dirty. And I was thinking I need a bold boot to kind of show off, because you only got like the foot and the bottom of the shin really poking out. So I went with the Geomags. I actually bought this ornament last season, really enjoying it. It just is like, it's like literally the same model, but they added these like glowing wires all over it. And you can change the color of the glow, and it just looks really good. So I shaded it red, give it that like molten lava maybe look, molten iron maybe. And then just rounded it all out with the matching bond, that Forbidden Visage. Got it glowing red to match the boots. And all in all, I'm really happy. I was kind of scared of making this cloak work, but I think it came out great. I think the only thing you could change, maybe you could add the actual gauntlets from this base armor set, seasonal armor set. They do the similar aesthetic of like blowing out, but they don't have the unshaderable hands as problem as bad as these gauntlets, and they don't have the wiry kind of look, which I think is probably more thematically close to like Blacksmith. But I thought I'd show off an interesting mix of armor, and that's all I got for you. A lot of great sets. Really happy with the one I closed season 12 out on. If you have a favorite, let me know in the comments. If you've got some new armor that you've been enjoying, let me know. Or if you've been loving the new shaders, like I have, they've been really cool actually. Looking forward to the Seven Sisters. If you haven't inspected that one in collections, check that out. It's pretty much what the Eververse gear right now, the astrology looking constellation ones. That's what they use. It's got like this cool like stars and stuff that move around on the shader. It's gonna be wild. I can't wait for that to come to the Eververse store. But yeah, let me know which ones you like the most. If you would change anything, let me know. And hope you enjoyed Fashion Friday 12. It's been an exciting 3 months. Wow, exciting 3 months. Hit 250 subscribers, by the way. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I guess this is kind of my 250 subscriber special as well. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.